Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you my March setup. For this month, I'll be doing a cozy bear burrow theme. I'm actually pretty late to starting my March setup this month as I've been really busy with school and work and some family stuff as well. I was actually a little bit worried that I wouldn't make it in time for this setup, but then surprisingly it actually didn't take me that long to do this whole setup. It probably took me in total about 5 or 6 hours for this full setup. As I haven't had a lot of spare time this month, I didn't really have a chance to think too much about what I wanted to do for this month's theme. However, despite not having that much time to think about it, I felt pretty inspired to do a cozy theme, and the reason for that is because I've been pretty tired and a little bit stressed, and so kind of felt like I wanted to escape somewhere that was cozy and comforting, and one of the ways that I do that is through my artwork. When I thought about a cozy and comforting theme, what first came to mind is a animal burrow underground cozy home, basically, kind of like the ones that you would see in those children's book illustrations, if you know what I'm talking about. As I was building this scene of a underground cozy home, I was adding in items that I thought fit the cozy theme. For example, that included a chubby little bear with glasses reading in bed, as well as his mushroom lamp, and also a fireplace with tea, and also some plants and a fuzzy rug, and several other items that I thought would fit the theme. As I mentioned in my last video, I have been trying to paint in more layers and blending my paints better, adding more dimension to my scenes as well. And I still did want to do that for this month, but because I've been under quite a bit of stress lately, I didn't really want to pressure myself too much with how detailed or how much depth and all those other goals that I wanted with my paintings that I would achieve with this month's theme. I just went straight into it, and I tried not to worry too much about how much detail I was going to add, just going with the flow and relaxing into my painting while I paint. So in that sense, I didn't worry too much if the paint marks and brush strokes were uneven and if the blending was a little bit rough. I didn't try to go for perfection. I just wanted this to be enjoyable and relaxing. And I did find that it was like that, and although some of the brush strokes are somewhat visible and the blending isn't perfect, I actually kind of like having paintings like this sometimes too. I think that it has a stylistic element to it, and I will enjoy when sometimes my paintings are in this style as well. However, despite trying to cut out my perfectionistic tendencies that I have sometimes, I was still having some worries while I was painting this scene. One of those worries was the colors that I was adding in. Because I didn't plan ahead what I wanted everything to look like and what colors I would use, I was kind of worried that the color scheme would be a bit jarring or just not matching. I think that it would be better if in the future at some point I plan out the color of my themes, maybe by trying it out in Procreate, doing digital art first, so that I know what colors I want to use for the entire theme and to change it up if it doesn't work out, rather than just straight up painting it and risking it. However, to do that, I would need to get better at digital art first, and also develop more patience first, because right now I don't really like to to have to feel like I'm repeating my art, so I'm not too sure what my plan is yet. That being said, just straight up painting and trying it out and hoping that the colors all work out sometimes does work out pretty well. Like for this theme, I thought that the colors were pretty good. I thought that they matched relatively well. I don't think anything looks really out of place. So maybe I'll just stick to this improvising method and eventually I'll know what colors to use. Although maybe, speaking of that, maybe I need to learn a bit more color theory first, which is one of my goals, but I really haven't gotten to it yet. So maybe this year, or if not this year, maybe next year. Now honing into one of the items I'm painting, this teapot that is on the fire, I realized I'm really setting the teapot on fire. That's not really what it should probably look like when we're trying to make tea, but I accidentally didn't quite put it far enough from the fire, and so it's just sitting directly on the fire, which is a little bit strange, but that's okay. I think it's a little bit funny that way. For this month's Dutch door, I juggled a couple different ideas as to what I wanted to do. I thought about using vellum paper or holographic sticker in the middle, and then I thought about using a combination of maybe vellum paper on top and then holographic sticker in the middle. Ultimately, I decided that I would put the holographic sticker up at the top so that adds a bit of shine to the background. And then in the middle, I would leave it just open this time so that we could directly see the theme that's underneath, the cozy home, without anything blocking it. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I'm all about mixed media, although usually it's mixing different kinds of paints. This time I am mixing gouache as the background underneath, as well as some colored pencils on top just to add a few details. I thought about using the colored pencil in combination with gouache for this month because I wanted the theme to have a bit of a fuzzy, soft look, and I think that colored pencils achieve that effect quite well. After doing a more detailed cover page, I decided to make the weeklies very simple and minimalistic. And now I'm going back to my cover page and adding metallic and holographic watercolor highlights to my theme. Next, I'm drawing in a big calendar, and then I decorate it with just a little bit of washi and stickers. And now for a flip through. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.